Hi everyone, it's time for writing workshop. We'll be working on the ending parts of our story today. It's okay if you're not quite to that part. You can watch the video or you can pause the video and work on the rest of your story and then watch this again when you get to the ending. It's okay if you're working at a different pace. But today I'm going to focus on talking about the ending part of the story. So we have our story maps with the beginning, middle, and end, the characters and the setting. And I wanted to show you what I did to start out with. So the first thing that I did, and we've talked about this so much in class this year, but the first thing to do is to go back and reread the pages that you've already written so that you can remember what's going on in your story and you can see right where you're at. So I'm going to take you on a little tour over here and show you what I did. And you see all those pages. It's kind of hard for me to angle this correctly. But I think you can, see that I lined up all those pages on my floor. And what I was doing when I lined those up on my floor is that I was getting them in order. My pages were mixed up. And so I wanted to get them in order so that I could read my story as it goes and it would make sense. So here's my story. Let me show you my story as I reread it, okay? Page 1. And the other thing that I did that you should know is that I put page numbers up in the corners of my pages so that next time when I go to read my story, I won't have to lay it all out like that again and figure out which page goes where, but I will have the page numbers and I can easily get it in order. So that may be something you want to do. Here's page 1. Silas, Dan, and I went skiing at Schweitzer Mountain. Page 2. We rode the chairlift to the top of the mountain. Page 3. Cy said, "Mom, follow us." That was all the beginning, okay? So that's what was happening in the beginning of my story. Here comes the middle. That trail looks hard. So this is the problem part of the story. What should I do? That trail looks hard. I'm thinking about what to do. This also goes with the middle. I decided to give it a try. Here I am saying, okay, I'll try. Okay, so that's the beginning and middle of my story. And that's the first thing I want you to do. Get your pages all organized, reread, see where you're at. And then we'll work on the ending. So the first thing to do is get back out your story map and look at the part over here that says end. And at the end I wrote, I did it, and I have a smile. Okay, so the ending of my story is going to be explaining that I did it, that I was able to do the hard trail. And I have a smile, so I think that means that I felt proud. Okay. So, I think I'm going to say that it was hard, but I did it. And I want to say how I felt as my final page. Sometimes a good way to end a story would be adding a feeling, telling how you felt about that experience. And so that's what I think I'll choose to do today. So here's my first page. Remember, we're drawing our pictures first, sketching out our pictures, and then going back to add the words, because then we won't forget, because I just used my story map to help me remember what I wanted to tell as the ending. And if I get those pictures down, then I'm all set to go. So here's my next page here. I'm going to move this up and over a little bit. Okay, here's my next page. And this is the part where I'm thinking, it was hard, but there I am skiing it, so I did it. And here's the final page of I skied the hard trail, right? I did it, and I feel proud. Yay, I did it. See those exclamation points? Okay, so there's my pictures. That's the ending. I did it. I feel proud. There's my pictures. And then it's time for words. I already wrote mine, so you don't have to watch me do writing. But then it will be time for you to stretch out your words and sound out your words. So here we go. It was hard, but I made it. And the words to go with this one, let's see, I wrote, This is my ending to the story. I told about how I felt about this experience. I felt proud. Okay, so that's the end of my story. So you can go ahead and work on the ending. So that's what today is for, in creating the final pages for the ending. Okay, and then next time we can talk about doing a cover and coming up with a title for your book. Okay, so go ahead, start by organizing your pages, reread them, see where you're at, use your story map. This will also help you remember what you wanted, what your plan was for the ending. Then you'll sketch out your pictures and write the words. Okay, it's just like we've done for the beginning and middle. Okay, have fun with that.